My phone rang at 3 a.m. I looked at the screen. Unknown number. I didn't answer. It rang again. And again. By the 5th call, my hands were shaking. I picked up the phone. Hello? Silence. Just breathing. Then the line went dead. I sat in the dark, staring at my phone. Who was calling me? In the middle of the night? My name is Laura. I am 29 years old. I live alone in a small apartment in Chicago. I work at a bookstore downtown. It's a quiet job. I like quiet. Every morning, I make coffee, I read a few pages of a book, I take the train to work. Nothing exciting ever happens to me. I like it that way. My life is simple, predictable, safe. At least, it used to be. My mother died 3 years ago. My father left when I was a child. I never met him. I don't have a big family. Just me and my best friend, Nina. Nina works at a hospital. She is loud, funny, and honest. Too honest sometimes. You need more excitement in your life, she always tells me. I have plenty of excitement, I say. Yesterday, a customer bought 17 books. Nina rolls her eyes. That was my life. Books, coffee, quiet nights. Until that phone call. The next morning, I told Nina about the call. Probably a wrong number, she said, sipping her coffee. At 3 a.m? 5 times? She shrugged. Some people are just weird. I wanted to believe her. But that night, it happened again. Unknown number. This time, I answered immediately. Who is this? Silence. Then, a whisper. Laura. My heart stopped. Who is this? I asked again, my voice shaking. The call ended. I stared at the phone for a long time. How did this person know my name? I didn't sleep that night. I kept the lights on. I checked the locks 3 times. The next day, I told Nina everything. Her smile disappeared. They said your name? Yes. Laura, that's not a wrong number. Someone knows you. A cold feeling spread through my chest. Someone knew my name. Someone was calling at night. Someone was watching? Days passed. No calls. I almost forgot about it. Almost. Then, on Friday night, my phone rang again. Unknown number. I answered. Please, I said, tell me who you are. A pause, then the same whisper. You need to know the truth. What truth? About your father. The phone went dead. I dropped it on the floor. My father. The man who left before I could remember his face. The man my mother never talked about. Why would a stranger call me about him after all these years? I couldn't focus at work the next day. My hands trembled every time my phone buzzed. Nina noticed. Laura, you look terrible. The caller mentioned my father. Nina's eyes widened. Your father? The one who disappeared? Yes. Do you think he's trying to contact you? I didn't know what to think. But one thing was clear. Someone out there knew something about my past. Something my mother never told me. And I needed answers. That weekend, I went to my mother's old storage unit. I hadn't opened it since she died. Dust covered everything. Old furniture, boxes, photo albums. I searched through box after box. Then I found it. A small wooden box, locked, hidden under old blankets. My hands shook as I tried to open it. It wouldn't budge. I needed a key, but I had no idea where to find one. I turned the box over. On the bottom, someone had carved initials. R.M. My father's name was Robert Miller. R.M. This was his box. I called Nina immediately. I found something, a locked box. My father's initials are on it. Bring it here, she said. We'll figure out how to open it. That night, we sat on Nina's kitchen floor, trying every tool we had. Finally, using a hairpin, the lock clicked open. Inside were old letters, photographs, and a folded piece of paper. I opened the paper first. It was a hospital record. My hands went cold. The name on the record wasn't Robert Miller. It was someone else. The name on the paper was David Carter. Who was David Carter? I looked through the photographs. One picture showed my mother, young and smiling, standing next to a man. But it wasn't the man I imagined as my father. I flipped the photo over. Written on the back, David and Sarah, 1995. Sarah, my mother's name. Nina, I whispered, I don't think Robert Miller is my real father. Nina stared at me, speechless. Then who is? I didn't know. But somehow, this stranger on the phone did. That night, my phone rang again. I answered before the second ring. Tell me the truth. Who is David Carter? A long pause. Then the whisper spoke, clearer this time. He is your real father, and he is looking for you. My whole body went numb. Why is he calling through you? Why doesn't he call me himself? Because he can't, the voice said. Not yet. Why not? The call ended again. I threw my phone across the room, tears streaming down my face. Why couldn't he call me himself? What was he hiding? The next day, Nina sat me down. Laura, listen to me. This could be dangerous. You don't know who is calling you. It could be a trick. But they knew my father's real name. They knew things my own mother hid from me. That doesn't mean they're telling the truth. I understood her fear, but I needed to know. I have to find out who David Carter is. Nina sighed. Then I'm helping you. We do this together. That night, we searched online for the name David Carter. Thousands of results. None of them matched. Until Nina found an old newspaper article. Her face went pale. Laura, you need to see this. The article was from 25 years ago. Local man missing after car accident. Presumed dead. The photo showed a young man. The same man from my mother's photograph. David Carter. My real father. Presumed dead. For 25 years. But someone was calling me, claiming he was alive. 2 days later, another call came. Meet him, the voice said. Tomorrow night, the old train station, 9 o'clock. How do I know this isn't a trap? You don't, the voice said. But he doesn't have much time left. The call ended. Not much time left. What did that mean? Was he sick? Dying? I barely slept that night, my mind spinning with questions. Should I go? Nina refused to let me go alone. If you're going, I'm coming with you." I nodded. I couldn't do this by myself. The next evening, we arrived at the old train station. It was abandoned, dark, quiet, except for the wind. We waited. 9 o'clock came and went. Nothing. "Laura, maybe this is a joke," Nina whispered. Then, footsteps echoed through the empty station. A figure emerged from the shadows. An old man, thin, with tired eyes. He looked at me like he had seen a ghost. "Laura," he said softly, "you look just like her." My heart pounded. "Are you David Carter?" He nodded slowly. "I've been looking for you for a very long time." "If you're alive," I said, my voice trembling, "why did everyone think you were dead?" David lowered his eyes. "I had enemies, dangerous people. After the accident, I couldn't come back. It wasn't safe, for me or for you and your mother." "You left us to protect us?" "Yes, but your mother, she never knew the full truth either." My mind raced. Then who has been calling me? Who is the voice? David's face changed. Fear flashed across his eyes. "That," he said quietly, "is the problem." Before he could explain, a car's headlights lit up the station. David grabbed my arm. "We need to go. Now." We ran through the back exit of the station. My heart pounded in my chest. "David, who is chasing you?" "Someone who has been searching for me for 25 years. Someone who never stopped." "Why?" "Because of something I know. Something dangerous." We reached Nina's car and sped away. In the rearview mirror, I saw a black car following us. My hands gripped the seat. Whoever was chasing my father was chasing us too now. We drove to Nina's apartment, locking every door behind us. David sat at the table, breathing heavily. "Tell me everything," I said. "No more secrets." He nodded slowly. 25 years ago, I worked for a company. I discovered they were doing something illegal. I tried to report it. They found out. They tried to kill me. "So you disappeared?" "Yes. I faked my death and went into hiding. But recently, my health got worse. I have very little time left. I wanted to see you before..." His voice broke. "I hired someone to find you, to call you slowly, carefully, so I wouldn't put you in danger too fast." "So the whisper on the phone was someone you hired?" "Yes. Her name is Grace." "Then who is in the black car?" David's face turned pale. "Someone from my past. Someone who never stopped hunting me." Suddenly, a knock came at the door. Slow, deliberate. Nina peeked through the window. "Laura," she whispered, "it's a man. I don't recognize him." My heart raced. David stood up. "It's them. They found me." "What do we do?" I asked, panic rising in my throat. David looked at me, his eyes full of sorrow. "You run. I'll handle this." "No, I just found you. I'm not losing you again." The door burst open. A tall man stepped inside, his eyes cold. "David Carter," he said. David stepped forward, shielding me. "Leave her out of this, Marcus." Marcus smiled coldly. She's already in this the moment you called her. My whole body trembled. What do you want? I asked. The files, Marcus said. The evidence David stole 25 years ago. Give it to me, and no one gets hurt. David's hands clenched. I don't have it anymore. Marcus's eyes narrowed. Then I guess we have a problem. Nina grabbed my hand. Laura, we need to call the police. No time, Marcus said, stepping closer. David, give me what I want, or your daughter pays the price. Tears filled my eyes. I had just found my father. Was I about to lose everything all over again? David looked at me, his eyes filled with regret. I'm sorry, Laura. I should have protected you better. Dad, I whispered. The word felt strange but right. Don't give up now. David straightened his shoulders. The files aren't in a location. They're memorized, in my head. Marcus laughed. Then we'll take you instead. No, I said suddenly, stepping forward. Take me instead. Let him go. Laura, no, David shouted. He's dying, Marcus. He has nothing to lose. But you need him alive if you want those files. So take me. I'm the only leverage you have. Marcus studied me carefully. Silence filled the room. Then, sirens echoed outside. Nina had secretly called the police the moment Marcus arrived. Marcus's face turned to panic. This isn't over, he hissed, before running out the back door. Police cars surrounded the building seconds later. Marcus was arrested 3 days later, along with 2 other men connected to the old company's crimes. The evidence in David's memory, combined with the original documents Nina had found in the wooden box, was enough to expose them. 25 years of hiding, finally over. David was safe, free for the first time in decades. But his health was still failing. The doctor said he had only a few months left. I spent every single one of those months by his side. We talked, we laughed, we cried. He told me stories about my mother when they were young. He told me why he had to leave. He told me how much it hurt every single day, watching from a distance, never able to reach out. I regret so much, he told me one evening, but I don't regret finding you. David passed away on a quiet Sunday morning. 3 months after that phone call changed everything. I held his hand until his last breath. At his funeral, Grace, the woman who had made those mysterious calls, approached me. He asked me to give you this, she said, handing me an envelope. Inside was a letter. I want to share a small part of it, but rewritten in my own words. He wrote that finding me had given his final months meaning, and that even though he had missed almost my whole life, those last months together felt like enough. I cried for a long time, but for the first time, they weren't tears of confusion or fear. They were tears of gratitude. Nina found me sitting outside the church, staring at the sky. "You okay?" she asked, sitting beside me. "I finally know where I came from," I said. "I finally understand my mother's silence. I finally understand myself." "Any regrets?" I thought about the strange phone calls, the fear, the danger, the long nights of not knowing. "No," I said, "not one." Because sometimes the scariest phone call of your life is the one that finally gives you the answers you've been searching for all along.